to a very inspirational story that shows nothing can stop you when you put your mind to something. And Charles has more on that for us. Hey, Charles.
Hey, yeah. Very fascinating Orlando resident that I've learned a little bit about in talking to Kate Santich today. A triple amputee who has done some incredible things. Maybe tell us a little bit about him and what he's accomplished so far.
Yeah, he is incredible. His name is Rajesh Durval, and he has, he had a pretty ordinary life until about 7 years ago, and then he started running a little bit, and then he started doing marathons, and then he did triathlons, and then he did the Ironman. And I guess he decided that wasn't enough, and he actually decided he was going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro here.
Wow. And lost both of his legs, or was born without?
Actually was born without both. It doesn't have feet. He had to have the lower part of his legs amputated because they were malformed. And then he has two prosthetic legs.
Also an arm as well.
And part of his arm is missing. So, but he's amazing, and he's just, he's always smiling. He's always in a good mood. I should say, when I see him, he's always that way. He tells me he does have his moments.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, so he was the first ever to finish an Olympic distance triathlon, first ever triple amputee to do that.
Exactly.
And the first also to do the Hawaii Ironman. And as you mentioned, climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, which is, it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And now, but there was a film crew there, and
right.
So on tomorrow night they're going to show this film in Winter Park. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Exactly. He wants to be an inspiration to other people, and actually does a lot of inspirational speaking. So he wanted to capture this hike up Kilimanjaro, and took a group of other physically challenged people with him, and they climbed last year, and he was supposed to have 3 cameramen, and only one actually made the climb. So the film is not as long as it would be otherwise, but it's an incredible. I've seen some of the footage, and it's just amazing. Raj said it was the hardest thing he ever did, and he's done some pretty hard things.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about where people can see this, when, where? Right.
So he has put this out there so it'll be free to everybody. It's going to be held in Winter Park, right in Central Park there at the Bandshell, and it starts at 7 o'clock Friday evening, and everybody's welcome.
If you got some free time on Friday night, sounds like a very interesting thing to check out.
What a wonderful story, Katie.